Alright, we are back. Sorry about that quick little intermission. But, yeah, we're back. For those who are just tuning in to this one, I don't really know why you'd just be tuning in. But anyways, for those who are just tuning in, we're talking about possession. You know, like we said before, you know, if you want to call in, ask questions, text me, do what you need to, you know. If you want to, you can send me a Facebook page, or wait, send me a Facebook message with questions. Send it on Southern Utah Ghost Hunters if you're a fan. Remember that if you send in a text message or anything, put in that whether or not you want your name to be part of it or not, so that we know. But anyways, what we were talking about was Tammy's possession in Silver Reef, Utah. Silver Reef, Utah is an old mining town. Obviously, they would mine silver.
I would hope.
Because it's called Silver Reef. A little bit of interesting things there is it was very, very dangerous town. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that there used to be a Chinese burial ground there. But the Chinese government actually came and dug all of the people up and took them back to China. But anyways, Tammy, if you'd like to finish with your possession story about that.
I think I was done.
Was she done?
I think she was done.
All right. Well, Steven...
If she was done, call in. Tell us.
Yeah. We want to have callers and text messages and stuff, so don't be afraid to text, you know. Don't be afraid. But anyways, Steven had a possession story in Silver Reef. There was the Protestant
two
cemetery.
Yeah. Silver Reef.
So if he wants to talk about up to the point where he remembers...
There was one that was an almost possession, and that's when... What's her name? Red hair? Old roommate.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Oh. Red hair?
And we went there and I puked. That was. I'm
trying to remember.
We still have the EVPs from that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do.
I said I wasn't feeling good and I walked away and I puked.
I remember that.
Was that the Protestant cemetery?
Yeah.
For some strange reason.
Protestant is the only one where I get affected.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's the only one you seem to be getting affected in.
The Catholic one.
You had something to say? Why did you whistle?
For Sarah. Hey, there's 8.
Stop giving shout-outs to Sarah. Alright, I want to shout out to Amanda, because she's listening right now.
And Laura Hive, she's out at work.
Yeah.
Amanda, say coffee.
Call us!
Yeah, if you have any questions, just text us for everyone that's listening.
Later we will be talking about Laura's possession at Grafton. You can call us, Amanda, if you're listening, and tell us what you experienced there when we were dealing with what was happening to her, because you were very affected by it too.
Yeah, she was. That was actually pretty scary. I know you weren't there for that one, but you should have been.
So call us later when we talk about Laura. It's coming up.
Okay, so we went to Silver Reef. We went into the Catholic one. We weren't really getting that much activity.
Yeah, I think that was my fault.
Because you did the whole...
Yeah, because I drove... Excuse me, I drove a Demon out back in 2010. A few days before we got married, this is going to sound awesome, but Tammy's dad and her grandmother wanted to go ghost hunting with us. So we took them out to... We took them out to Silver Reef.
I wish my dad would go ghost hunting.
Your dad doesn't believe in ghosts.
My brother.
Oh.
But anyways, we were talking about it, and they're like, well, we don't feel anything. And I was like, I think that's my fault. So they're like, yeah. I was like, it's my fault. And she was like, well, maybe you scared the other spirits that were there. And I'm thinking that might be a good possibility. Just every time that I'm there, it just worries them. I don't know if I need to go back and do something just to let them know that they're okay, that I'm not there.
Maybe they think that you're trying to get rid of them because you got rid of the bad thing that was there. And even though they're worried.
Well, I don't want that to happen.
I know, but they know better.
Yeah, that is true.
But we decided, hey, let's go to the Protestant. And so we took that 5-minute walk.
Not even. Yeah.
Or 30-minute Aaron playing the guitar with the back pressure.
Yeah.
But
I think he's abusing the fact we don't have a video camera on.
Me? Oh, I am.
As soon as we walked in there, oh god!
As soon as we walked in there.
As
soon as we walked in there.
I lost my train of thought for a minute.
We took the short 3-minute
It
walk
was
as soon as we walked in. That was after, I think.
There's a what?
Before we continue the story, one of Steven's biggest.
My three fears: drowning, spiders, big spiders.
Yeah, so
Little
he's
spiders.
afraid of spiders.
Spiders.
Keep that in mind while he describes the
Deadly
story.
afraid.
But he's terrified of spiders.
Whenever we would go out, whether it be Mountain Meadows, whatever, and there was a spider, that's how you know I found a spider.
Yeah.
and
That was funny.
And we walked in there automatically. I was fine for a minute, and then I just didn't really feel like myself. I felt light.
Yeah,
I
I don't know if you remember, but we kind of suspected that some voodoo might have been going on because we found a small collection of bones, and they weren't in it looks. I don't know if it was just someone being careless and throwing their Kentucky Fried Chicken away or something like that, but it looked like Kentucky Fried Chicken bones that someone had taken, and it looked like they had bleached them and dried them out, and they were just laying next to that somewhat dug up grave.
So, you're talking about me and Tammy doing a jingle for KFC.
We're not getting sponsored by KFC. Why do they deserve it?
Then I started doing the Krusty Krab one.
Okay, back on.
Krusty Krab pizza.
We're gonna have to get some Ritalin in you guys or something when we do this. All right, but anyways, take it away.
I remember being there. I remember walking, and I could see that I was walking. I could hear you guys. But I don't actually remember seeing you guys.
Yeah.
And there's a half-dug grave. And you gotta remember, half-dug grave, okay? And just breathe.
Just continue.
And we were walking, and as soon as we got to that grave, I sat. I remember sitting.
Did you sit inside the grave?
No, I did not sit inside.
Woo-wee.
I sat right on the butt end of it, not at the cross, but the feet area. And I just wanted to jump in there and finish digging and then just lay in it.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember who said something, but they're like, "Hey, let's go to another one." And I was like, And we got up, and we kept on looking. There's the veteran that's buried there, and with the really huge tombstone, and all the flowers and all that. The one that I was kind of messing around. I think I was going Australia, America.
Okay.
And but we were by that one, but I kept on looking over at that grave. I just wanted to go back. He was reaching for me, and we were walking out, to go away, and right when we got to the gate, apparently there was a spider on there, and Tammy goes, "Oh, Steven, look, it's a spider," and I swear I punched it.
No, you didn't. I could have sworn you took it the only way I can describe it is you basically pimp slapped it. It was here on the wall and bap.
Squished it with the palm of your hand.
Yeah, that word. Phrase.
All I know is I didn't freak out. I just killed it, and when we walked out, I said, "Are we gonna go in?"
Yeah.
And that was it. I don't really recall with the spider, but
yeah, you squished the spider, and it was actually a relatively big spider. Left a nice little streak on your hand. And I remember you just I stood there in shock, and I was like, "Did you just squish it?" And he just ignored me and walked past. And then he was fine. Now we're gonna go talk about the St. George Tunnel possession. This one was freaking weird. Okay, we took Tammy to the St. George Tunnel. So it was me, Steven, and Tammy. And she was describing to me that she wasn't feeling good or something like that.
I remember I was feeling really lightheaded and dizzy, and I couldn't stand up right. I kept swaying and tilting like I was gonna fall over, and that's basically what I remember.
Yeah, we took her back to the car, and she was standing there, and she was having weird, I don't know if she was having trouble breathing or what, but she kept making noises that sounded an awful lot like a pig.
You can make the noise.
I can make the noise. She tried to make it, and she sounded kind of crazy.
I don't recall any of this.
You don't remember any of this? But we got her back into the car, and I'm going to get close to the microphone. Hopefully you guys can hear it. It's going to sound funny. But she was making this kind of noise. I know that sounds really funny, and I don't know if you guys can hear that.
I'm pretty sure they did.
I'm pretty sure they did too. But she just snaps out of it. I don't know if that would be considered a demonic possession or if it would be considered
I remember you
spirit
basically
possession.
had to carry me back to the car.
Yeah.
And I laid down on the center console.
Yes. You did.
I don't know how you lay down on the center console, but I was twisted to where my head was on the center console of the car.
There is 666 and a demon bat spray painted on the walls.
That is true.
I think they covered them up, but they're still there.
Yeah, the only reason I would think that it was demonic is because the association with pigs. If you remember, I don't know if anyone out there has ever read the Bible, but Jesus exorcised demons into a pig or something, and
we all eat bacon.
He drove them off of a cliff. So he put the demons inside pigs, and ever since then, whenever you hear something about demonic possession, you will hear them talk about
I actually
pigs.
saw a video on YouTube, and these people were using a full spectrum video camera.
Oh wait, is that one where they took that picture?
Yeah, and it was under a basement, and they caught an EVP with it saying, "I'm the body of a pig," but it was in a demonic thing, and there was that huge looking face.
Yeah. I do remember that. I wish I could find that and play that for you guys right now, but I don't know if I can. But it was just really weird. That's all I can really describe it as, is really weird. Now, if we go on to the next Grafton possession, because for some strange reason,
Moving the keys.
people like to get possessed at Grafton.
Hi, Greg.
Don't know why. Another shout out, apparently.
For those of you who don't know what or where Grafton is, it's up in Rockville. You go over this little bridge, you go down this dirt road in the middle of nowhere, and then you see these abandoned houses that were built forever ago. And Aaron has more history on it, but I'm sure if you're curious, you could just Google Grafton, Utah, and you could find all the history and stuff. But it's a ghost town.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's an old ghost town. Basically, the reason that this town did not survive is because of Indian attacks, floods. There's many people died, and a lot of them were caused by Indian attacks. But
I actually got a weird story about Grafton, and this has nothing to do with possession, but
well, since we're on the topic of Grafton, go ahead.
Before we started hanging out and the team came and all that fun jazz jiff thing, do you remember Nikki?
I think it's the one that you keep talking about.
Blonde, really big eyes.